Yeah. Oh, we're back with... What the is he doing? Got a little blood on his mouth? Did he eat a girl in a certain time of the month? Yo, he got truck-cooned! But don't worry, we got God here. God doesn't get isekai'd. Okay, you seem a little psycho, I ain't gonna lie. April 6th. April 6th. She has a family? My precious angel has a family? I feel so bad for him, but like... Come here. Take a seat. Throughout all my years of doing YouTube, there's been a couple of series I've really tried to get people to watch. And yeah, sometimes Reddit threads will do okay, maybe the odd video that myself or others do, but it's not consistent. You ever wonder why I'm like one of the lone survivors doing consistent Dr. Stone videos? Sure, the end of the latest Dr. Stone season did very well for my channel. Most of the videos didn't though. I guarantee you, very few will even touch upon Season 3 of To Your Eternity, one of the greatest anime ever made, and I won't be taking further question. And this is a direct threat towards fans of the manga of To Your Eternity, fans of just the anime To Your Eternity. You have to bring your A game. Because this video, one of two things will happen. It will crash and burn, or it will do exceptionally well. And what will happen is if it does exceptionally well, you won't turn up for the next episode. One of my favorite fucking anime of all time, and I put it within a top 10. This show and Dr. Stone are the shows I've been glazing for ever since they began. And we're getting a full adaptation. Yes, some people have said the modern day arc isn't as good as the past. Hell, the current top voted comment on Reddit on this episode is this is their favorite arc. So it's a mixed bag for some. For me, I know I'm gonna love it because for me, all I've wanted is for Fushi's people to have a happy life. Unfortunately, a modern setting means modern wars and the like, and I'm sure the evil knockers are gonna come a-knocking again. But at the end of the day, this show is truly a masterpiece, and it's always been painful that a show that I think deserves more viewership than a Jujutsu Kaisen or a Demon Slayer barely is touched on. I get it, because the masses gravitate towards certain types of shows, but this show is a masterpiece, so for the love of God, watch it. Like these videos, all that fun stuff. Show me you want videos. Because I almost gave up on Dr. Stone. For YouTube anyway. Of course I was still going to watch it. But it gets tiring when after year you try to propel these amazing shows. And crickets. So please, prove me wrong. Make this the most popular series I do on YouTube this season. It won't happen, but a boy can dream. Drop that like, share your support on this video, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon, no matter what, is where you catch my full live reactions to all these episodes and more, if you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like these. So To Your Eternity Season 3 has been one of my most anticipated sequels. It was announced a good while ago, and every so often on the video I made announcing that it was confirmed, people would be like, it's been so long, it's never coming out, not knowing what a true anime sequel delay is. But it's here. They didn't rush it out. And while it's never had the biggest sakuga, it's always had a very consistent art style in my opinion, and I like the way it looks. And throughout watching the idea of a concept, getting identities and more forms, and learning how to grow and live, essentially God among men. And the idea that he eventually just gave up at the end of Season 2. Okay, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna connect my roots to the entirety of Earth. And when Earth is safe, that's when I'll wake up and bring my friends back from the dead. Because as we know with To Your Eternity, he needs the souls to still be around. If the souls are still with him, he can give them a new body and they can inhabit it and they can be revived. But he's not doing that until he has a safe Earth. And he wakes up and the creator says, hey, I had this ability all along. Don't worry, you can cut your... Because the thing that's always happened is that if he connects his roots to things, if he severs it, he would have to start again. So him connecting his roots to the entirety of Earth for, say, thousands of years, however long it's been, doesn't matter, he needs to keep it connected. No, we can now reconnect at any point. This bastard could have given us the cheat code this whole time. Granted, the show would have been a lot more boring, but still, Fushi had a right to crash out there. He brings back his pals, and his first thing is like, I'm gonna go find March. Broke my heart and made me melt all in one. One of the most powerful scenes I have seen in anime this year. Him seeing her with a loving family. Immediately, he's like, I can't be here. He could still be in her life, and I assume that will happen in time, but him just, like, turning into a pufferfish and getting out of there, like, I get it, bro. Like, he's like, I want her to be with me, but she clearly, this is where she belongs. A family that feeds her and loves her, and she's not gonna have to worry about being hurt. Oh! And Gugu got teased? Oh man, there's just so, like, I've seen a mixed opinion of why people dislike this arc, and it seems like the main people who dislike it, it comes down to school. It's a school arc. It's, you know, it's what we've seen before, but it's not. No matter what they do, if Fushi goes to class, if Fushi has band practice, it's still not the same school arc that we've seen before, because this is essentially a god among men who's fought through wars, who's fought through death and struggle, who deserves to have his happy ever after. In a modern setting, wars, politics, there's a lot of new conflicts that will arise. But yes, by the end of it, this is the type of environment I would love to see him in. And I think To Your Eternity is a really great example of not overstaying your welcome, because 6 cours of anime is an appropriate amount of time for a full adaptation, if you ask me. In a way, I could see 8 cours also being possible, but 6 is an appropriate amount. Production came back, looked exactly like I thought To Your Eternity should look. The emotion is there. They also are setting up something very interesting at the end. So this girl, I couldn't figure it out at first. I was like, I know she reminds me of someone, but it's been long enough that characters are not, you know, completely crystal clear. So I looked through the list of all the characters of To Your Eternity. Hayase. She has Hayase's face, so she's probably a descendant of Hayase, or I'm not sure if it'll be like a reincarnation thing. Either way, good stuff. And I assume there's going to be some hostility towards the occult kid and his family, because he's very annoying, but he's designed intentionally to be annoying, and as long as there's not like 15 of them, like, it shouldn't be too much. And I honestly like the, like, I've always believed in aliens, and now here's an alien, and it's fun. And honestly, the fact that he's like, hey bro, can I bring some friends over? Sure. Summons a horse and a girl. It's just like, bro, Gramps had the right idea. Not only did Gramps want to shake down Fushi when he's like, why did this older man drop off my grandson? I'm calling the cops. To then, shut the door, we don't want the FBI knocking it down. And then you have the concepts of the fact that the roots are essentially always been a part of their lives because he's been growing them for thousands of years. So the roots being all over the streets is what humanity is used to in this time period, even though it's also very similar to our own. There's so many interesting concepts, and I think people are going to be truly triggered when I say To Your Eternity. If we're including sequels and carryovers and all that stuff, this is going to be anime of the season. Now granted, I don't like to do that. I like to say, hey, I put sequels in their own category and give it to brand new stuff, but no, this is not only going to be among probably the top 5 of the year, but it's going to be the anime of the season if you ask me. Prove me wrong though, drop many likes, help the video do well, comments, all that stuff. It does help the algorithm, because eventually this show probably will be dropped from YouTube. I don't want to, but there's other stuff I'll have to prioritize if this one crashes. So please, for the love of God, I'm going to have to beg, like, I'm going to have to beg so hard for this video or any of these videos to do well, but I got to do it. So show me your support. Make sure you head on over to Patreon though if you want to see my full live reactions to all this and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to all my patrons. So today we got Sarah Bry, Soggy Toes, Jess Y, I Am Here, and we also have Alexis A. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and have a good one.